The man discovered something terrifying by the lake. He saw a raging fire suddenly erupt from the woods behind him. Just as he reached for his phone, it slipped from his grasp and rolled into the water. In that split second of distraction, flames engulfed the entire valley. The man sprinted back to the village to alert the captain, but when the captain demanded the satellite phone, the man confessed he'd lost it. This meant they were cut off from base contact. The captain ripped the armband from his shoulder. He was unworthy of being a firefighter. Villagers rushed to the scene upon hearing the news, but when told to evacuate, everyone protested. After all, they'd weathered countless wildfires over the years. But the captain knew this time was different. He pulled the village chief aside and explained this was likely a crown fire, a wildfire that flows through the treetops, capable of reaching speeds of 100 meters per second. By then, everything in the village would be gone. The captain urged him to consider the villagers, for time was running out. The wildfire raged uncontrollably, its scorching heat advancing step by step toward the village. It would surely consume everything here soon. The captain leaped off the vehicle roof and pulled a box of matches from his pocket. Before every mission, firefighters lit one match. If the flame extinguished before reaching their fingers, it symbolized a safe return. This time, however, the match never went out. The team members beside him felt a surge of dread. They had never witnessed such an eerie phenomenon before. The villagers also sensed the danger and began evacuating, though some stubborn elders clung to a sliver of hope, believing that dousing their wooden homes with water would suffice to withstand the impending disaster. The captain warned him that a wildfire of this magnitude would consume the houses within 3 minutes. Only by abandoning their homes would they have a chance to survive. The villagers finally lowered their hoses, but by then, evacuation was already too late. A companion helicopter spotted from the air that their only escape route was now blocked by flames. The command center was growing desperate. Dozens of fire points had erupted across just hundreds of square kilometers of mountainous terrain. The captain knew they were now entirely on their own. If they could get the villagers to the riverbank 4 kilometers away, rescue might be possible, but trekking there with children was utterly impossible. The captain hoped his comrades could evacuate the women and children, but the terrain was too complex. The helicopter had no choice but to lower a rope. The captain loaded the elderly and children onto the pickup truck, but the excessive weight caused the aircraft to sway violently without gaining altitude. As the wildfire outside the village closed in, the women grew desperate. To ensure the helicopter's safe takeoff, they reluctantly parted from their young children. To maintain communication with the pilot, the team leader assigned an experienced member to accompany the group. Finally, under everyone's watchful eyes, the pickup truck was successfully hoisted into the air. The team leader led the remaining villagers toward the riverbank. Yet, just as they climbed the opposite hillside, daylight abruptly turned to night. With a deafening roar from behind, the village below had already become a sea of flames. But now was not the time for grief. They had to keep moving. Meanwhile, the helicopter encountered trouble shortly after takeoff. A sudden shift in wind direction instantly engulfed them in flames, with surrounding temperatures steadily rising. The firefighters urged the children to hold on just a little longer, but then disaster struck.